Hi everyone, in this video I'm gonna show you guys what are the things that we do on the weekend. First thing that I'm doing when I wake up is getting ready for the day. Now I'm making some breakfast. This is not a typical breakfast. In fact, it is actually a typical Indonesian lunch dish called mie ayam. While I wait for the noodles to boil, I make some spices of homemade garlic and green onion oil, Indonesian chicken powder broth, and Indonesian sweet soy sauce. These spices will later be mixed with the noodles to give it delicious flavor. I got all the ingredients from any Asian markets that I could find around the area. I boiled the noodles for around 2 minutes. After I mix the noodles, I am adding some chicken and mushroom topping. This one I made last night. As usual, Indonesian dish always requires a lot of spices and takes a long time to make. I sprinkle it with green onion and it is ready to devour. I also got some coffee that my husband made, and honestly, this mie ayam tastes so good. It's like I'm in Indonesia. Typically, mie ayam is a street food dish that you will see in every corner of the street in Indonesia. Well, at least in the city where I'm from anyway. Sometimes a street food cart like this would go around the neighborhood as well. A bowl of mie ayam could cost from around 70 cents to $1. Let's check out what my cat is doing. Seems like he's hiding from everyone. Now after breakfast, my husband and I are going to an estate sale. To my understanding, estate sale is a sale of material things that people have in their houses. That means we get to explore a whole house. The things that they are selling always cost lower than retail. Even sometimes antique and unique stuff that they don't have in the market anymore. Usually this happens when the owner of the house passes away or when they're moving out and trying to get rid of the stuff that they don't want to bring with them. This summer, my husband has been really obsessed with going to either estate sales or garage sales. Every week, he always ends up with weird stuff that he got from these sales. This estate sales that we are visiting is one of the biggest that I have ever visited. I think the owner used to be a coach for some sports team. As you can see, we got to explore the basement, the upstairs, and almost every corner of the house. Although we didn't get anything from this estate sale, here are some examples that we got from the estate sales or sometimes garage sales. First is this antique clock for $15. Then this fur photo album that my husband got for $10. I'm honestly horrified by this purchase. Next is this mandolin for $7. Don't know why my husband got this. Then this antique china for $45. Another one is this candlestick for $5 that my husband promises he's gonna use. Last one is KitchenAid Pro 600 for $150. This is our most priced purchase. If we buy this new, this costs around $529.99 before taxes. After the estate sale and other garage sales that I didn't record because I'm embarrassed to record, we're going to lunch at a sushi restaurant. We love this conveyor belt sushi restaurant because it's so good. The seafood tastes so fresh. When we came home from a vacation from Japan in 2019, we always go to this conveyor belt sushi restaurant. It really reminds us of the outstanding quality of Japanese food. Japan is definitely one of my favorite countries to visit. Okay, if someone asks me why do I hold my chopstick that way, the answer is I don't know. That's how I was taught. So if anything, please blame my parents for this crisscross chopstick holding style. You know the food is good when you do a little dance. In total, we spent $49.84. Needless to say, it was so delicious and worth every dollar. We are going home now to take a rest. At home, I got a package from Cider. They're so cute and affordable. It's not sponsored, by the way. After resting, my husband and I are going to a public artificial beach biopark. I'm not much of a swimmer, so I'm just here for the sun and to read my book. Although I did take a little bit of a dip after my husband convinces me. There's this weird thing by the pool where the guards would call everyone out of the pool and do some kind of a swimming test for the minors to see if they are able to swim in the deepest part of the pool, which, by the way, it is 15 feet deep. But some of them have like After the pool, we passed by some kind of an Italian festival nearby and decided to stop by. It cost us $5 to get in, and you know what? I was so shocked of how crowded it looks. and not a single person is wearing any mask. So immediately I put on my mask just in case I got sick. We ordered some food for dinner and the lines for food are so long. It's worth it though because they were so delicious. The day ended so beautifully with a sunset. On Sunday, as usual, my husband is already up earlier than me and he's washing the dishes. Then he is also vacuuming the house. And cut me some watermelon. I feel like a princess. We continue our day with some Asian grocery shopping, basically buying things that we can only find in Asian market.
You don't want to be an equal son? But it's like so little meat.
Yeah. It is mostly snacks like fish-shaped ice cream, Korean beer, fresh Asian noodles, and some other ingredients for Asian dish. We also got to share breakfast of Korean dish. Then we were thinking that it is a nice day to walk around at the park today. We decided to go to Millennium Park. The place is just so crowded with people. I feel like I'm gonna get COVID just looking at this crowd. Last time I was here was last month where they closed the cloud gate, aka the bin from public. My husband and I love just walking around and talk as we go, especially when the day is beautiful like this. Not too hot and sunny and just perfect to explore. Even though we've been married for some years now, it is as if we're still dating and getting to know each other. Luckily, we got our whole lives to get to know each other. We saw this cat on the side of the street and got excited. We gave it tips and we felt so bad for the cat because he looked so weak. for late lunch, we came across this restaurant that turns out to be a Southeast Asian restaurant. It is such a coincidence. At first, we thought this was a Spanish dish restaurant because the name of the restaurant is Capitan. So obviously, I ordered some delicious Southeast Asian food. Although, I feel a little bit disappointed with the portion of the dish. It is still good though because I'm so hungry. And that's the end of our weekend. I hope you liked this video and make sure to check out other videos as well.